Seriously.
Hello, hello, hello. Test.
Yo. Yo.
You hear me, man?
Fantastic.
Dire
Welcome
team ban.
to just a casual game between, between Area of Effect and GhostFacedKillahs.
Radiant
And
team
joining me
ban.
tonight is...
Silent.
Yeah, we love you, Silent.
PUBG.
So yeah, we're gonna... Is this your first call, Silent, or tell us more about yourself, if we can reach you somewhere,
10
etc.,
seconds
etc.
remaining.
Home address,
No,
things
this
like
is
that.
a
5 seconds.
cast actually,
remaining.
like getting into.
You're
Dire
breaking
team
up
ban.
quite heavily there. I'm not quite getting
Damn,
you
I'm breaking
fully
up.
through. Yeah,
Hold on one sec.
fantastic. So, while he gets his things sorted up, you can go like my Facebook page, which I'm currently making in like a few hours
10
after this
seconds
game.
remaining.
But apart from that, go check me out on Twitter at RobzyDota.
5 seconds
And
remaining.
that is my Twitter handle, by the way. And yeah, I also have a YouTube channel
Reserve time.
that is going up. If you are watching this not live, then you will be watching on my YouTube channel anyway. And yeah, just stay posted on my Facebook and Twitter feed to find
Radiant
out more
team
stuff
ban.
about me and the world of my Dota 2 career. So, are you back there, Silence?
I think so. Does that sound better to you?
That sounds fantastic.
Dire team pick.
Okay, good. Yeah, sorry, I
Fantastic.
don't know what was going on there.
All
Yeah,
good,
so,
all good.
yeah, this is the Nike's ban. Common, Doxia, Nyx. The Zeus ban. Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking with the Zeus ban. Maybe they're just scared of a Zeus.
I think this is just theory crafting. Like we're seeing a practical cause of theory crafting, essentially. At least that's what I believe. This is just a scrim. This isn't Do Gaming League. This isn't Otaku. The All Otaku Open League. It's just casual. Did
Yeah,
I
for
just
sure, for
mention
sure.
All Otaku
10
League?
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think my team is actually entering in that.
5
Oh, because
seconds
I think
remaining.
that this is the perfect opportunity to haul myself out. So if you just want to talk for about 10
Reserve
seconds,
time.
I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so Shadow Shaman first pick up here. Obviously good push, good disable, a little bit weak. Bat Rider is obviously the natural pickup, because it wasn't banned in the pick. Bat Rider is also a very strong hero, can go mid, off lane, and also a Visage pickup now.
Dire team
Visage also very strong.
That is true.
Visage is very strong early. His Soul Assumption in lane, almost a guaranteed first blood if you can deal 300 damage to the opponent. Does a lot of damage. And he's got a slow. Okay, so it looks like they're looking to... Is that an off-lane sanking or a support sanking? I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes.
I think like we often see this combo matching up, the Shadow Shaman Sand King combo. It's well, I say often, as in it used to be quite a common thing. Not so much these days. Bad Rider
Radiant
Visage,
team
a
ban.
very strong bush hero from Bad Rider, very strong support from Visage. As you've already mentioned, I mean the damage that he dishes
Yeah.
out is not fun.
And if your micro is fairly decent, you can control an extra 2 guys with stun. Visage is all around good hero.
10
Yeah.
seconds
Bit of a
remaining.
semi-carry as well.
Dire
Yeah,
team
definitely
ban.
not a. I wouldn't say a carry, but definitely a nuke support.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just so fantastic at those long team fights. He's not so great in these quick, like, burst someone down team fights. So it's kind of
10
interesting to see that
seconds
type of mix-up.
remaining.
Bad Rider obviously can extend a team fight by just
5 seconds
engaging
remaining.
prematurely, and then
Radiant
the
team
time is
ban.
obviously extended. Visage is able to deal more damage. And if for those listeners who don't know exactly how Soul Assumption works, I'm sure that Silence here can explain it to you.
Basically, the more damage is done to a target, Visage gains a charge. Then all heroes around him, sorry. So all the heroes around him who take damage, he gains a charge, and then once he's fully charged up, back souls a 6 on, and then when he can deal that damage to an opponent in a burst. So just a straight up spell.
Yeah, and it's really fantastic and really terrible.
Yeah,
to
it's
play
really strong.
against.
Yep.
So the bands coming out now: Mirana, Anti-Mage, Disruptor, Enigma. I mean, it's nothing like, I don't know. It's
10
like Mirana
seconds
is kind
remaining.
of like, where did that come from? But apart from that, it seems quite standard.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's quite standard. Okay, so looking for the Leshrac probably to team up with the Visage. I suppose if you get the slow, it's quite easy to land the stun. Normally you take like a Rubik or a Shadow Demon or someone who can set up the stun better, but it can still work. Leshrak's a good all-round hero.
He's also fairly good at pushing down towers and something
Yeah,
that...
he's very good at pushing.
Yeah, and also if you can get the Flaming Lasso split earth timing correctly, then you can, then you can really burst someone down. And now that they've chosen Phantom Assassin, you're kind of very happy that you took a Bad Rider, Leshrac, and Visage. Since these heroes, I mean, Phantom Assassin's Blur, I believe it's called, isn't the same as Time Lapse from the Faceless Void. Magic damage she can't blur out of. This is just straight up evasion from physical damage.
Pure
and at the
evasion,
moment, they have a lot of magical damage, so they don't really care about Phantom Assassin. They're just going to destroy her. And with the Alchemist pickup, she's also just going to get out-farmed for the first 20 minutes of the game, which could be quite costly. What are your thoughts about the Phantom Assassin pickup in this current draft?
I don't know, like Phantom Assassin for me is, well, like you say, there's lots of magic damage, a little bit weak against those heroes. I don't know if Phantom Assassin would have been the carry that I would have gone for, but Phantom Assassin is good. If the longer the game goes on, the stronger she gets. Once she gets a BKB, she's quite hard to stop. But their pickup of an Alchemist was quite smart because he can farm better than any hero in the game, and if he gets Abyssal Blade quite quickly, he'll take out the Phantom Assassin with no problem. Especially if he has a team of Batrider and Visage and Leshrac behind him, they can all support him and keep the other heroes off the Alchemist, and he'll just deal damage to their carry or their supports as well. Depends on what build he goes.
Yeah, and that's really the beauty of the Alchemist. But also, I mean, Alchemist, if he can go that like full greed build and just greed the map, then, I mean, he can out-farm the Phantom Assassin in the first 20 minutes. Phantom Assassin, with this Magnus pickup, you imagine it's going to be one of those heavy, like, you want to crit all 5 heroes in an RP type of vibe. And at the moment, the team synergy looks pretty good, but it needs, like, specific conditions, you know, like in physics, where a free-falling object is only free-falling in specific conditions. GhostFacedKillahs will only get a perfect team fight in certain conditions, and those conditions is landing the perfect RP so that their entire team can really just dominate in this. And I feel like Shadow Shaman is kind of awkward in this team right now. Like, I see Sand King, Phantom Assassin, Magnus all have that beautiful wombo combo. But then Shadow Shaman, do you wanna maybe discuss how he might possibly fit into this, or do you maybe want to critique them or just go wild?
Well, the thing is, for me, they're going to have to go safe lane now, definitely. Phantom Assassin, with their lineup, won't be able to go aggressive. So I think that Area of Effect can actually go aggressive against them, and Shadow Shaman is really going to suffer in a defensive tri lane against those heroes, because Shadow Shaman's got a very low base HP. So you can get no escape in the lane. Phantom Assassin has a blink, and Sand King has a stun that can run away at the same time. So I think Shadow Shaman could be potentially caught out quite a lot if they go aggressive. I'm not sure they are, but with a Visage and a Leshrac and an Alchemist, they could definitely do it. In terms of team fight, look, Shadow Shaman offers a decent amount of team fights with 2 disables. The only problem with his disable is he has to stay in one spot, which leaves him susceptible for a stun from Leshrac or a stun from Alchemist, or Flame Break from Batrider to disable it. There's lots of things that can stop his disable, so you only have one proper disable, which is. So I don't know. GhostFacedKillahs' team life is very team fight. Look to roam a lot, whereas Area of Effect with the Weaver pickup, then sort of 3-man, 4-man the team, they can leave one farming, whether that be Alchemist or Weaver. So that's my thoughts, I think. So we'll see how it goes. I think Area of Effect have quite a strong lineup to go against the 5-man gank, because Batrider can initiate once he gets a Blink Dagger. So I will see how it goes though. Depending on the form of the PA, and also like you said, perfect conditions. If they can land their wombo combo with the gyrocopter as well, they could potentially win every team fight if they landed everything perfectly. But the question is, will they land everything perfectly in the team fight?
That is a fairly good question, I won't lie. Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like it's a decent. Man, it's so difficult. Like DVG with this Weaver pickup, that just changes so much. I mean, now it looks like it's going to be a suicide lane Weaver against the tri lane, I hope. And I mean, these supports are going to have to get their levels up fairly quickly and then rotate into the mid lane. Because I didn't talk about this now, but I usually do. Magnus is a terrible mid. He won't win his... Oh wow, it's actually Gyrocopter mid. Never mind, it's Magnus off lane.
30
That is
seconds
very
to
interesting.
battle.
And this Phantom Magnus relationship that we haven't talked about, it's a free Battle Fury if you're a Phantom Assassin.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
you can get that farm very quickly up. But since there doesn't look to be much of an engagement for now, would you like to run through the teams for us?
Okay, I'll start on the Radiant side. We've got Chalice on the Alchemist running in the tri lane with Wrath on Leshrac and Red Devil on Visage. We've got Deathy going mid with Batrider, and we've got the offlane Weaver, as you said, Tomorrowland. Then top going against the Weaver will be the Phantom Assassin, the Phantom Assassin being played by Slinks. Nova playing the Shadow Shaman, sorry, and Sand King being played by Merciless. Going the Suicide lane will be, like you said, the Magnus, and that's being played by Tasty.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep my camera at this bottom lane purely because I'm having some troubles that I just quickly have to sort out. So you can take it away for now.
Okay, no problem. I think, like, the Gyrocopter was a pretty good decision to send him mid rather than the Magnus, because the Magnus can't really win against a Batrider. I'm not saying that a Gyro can, but if he gets Rocket Barrage and Batrider tries to dive him, Rocket Barrage is going to do a lot of damage to him. So I think that was a pretty smart decision by GhostFacedKillahs.
Okay, so it doesn't seem like I can fix it, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be quite interesting. I feel it depends quite heavily on this Alchemist and how well he will be able to play his role in the game. But also this Weaver, I mean, this Weaver's actually doing fairly well at the top. And it doesn't look like they have a lot of invis detection. This could be quite bad, and something that's worse is that they're very much pushing this lane quite heavily down to the tower. So not only is Weaver getting all of this experience, which you really don't want to give the suicide lane, but it also doesn't look like these crucial camps are getting stacked. In fact, it looks like this one was recently pulled, or actually that ward is just going to be
No, the
blocking
ward
it.
stopped it. I was just going to say, both teams haven't gone for any sentry wards to start off with. That's a bit... that's going to cost both of them, because now both the camps have been warded. So on either side, no one's going to be able to pull, and they're both going tri-lane, so which means the supports like Visage and at the top the Shadow Shaman are both going to suffer for levels, because they're not going to have any camps to pull and any creeps to pull as well. Which also, like you said, is going to help the Magnus and the Weaver, because they're also both going to get lots of experience. So both teams pretty much doing the same thing at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like Magnus is getting slightly a bit more out of this, purely because it's so difficult to last hit around your tower. And Magnus doesn't need last hits, he just really wants his level 6 as fast as possible, and more like his level 11 fast as possible. Whereas Weaver really needs his farm, he needs to get those items. And the thing is that he's actually doing a lot of harassment to this Phantom Assassin, already down to half HP. Doesn't look like there's a lot of tangos left, but Nova also just tanking it up, and Shikuchi's just doing so much damage to this defensive tri-lane.
Yeah, definitely. But if the tri-lane should have gone sentry wards top, or at least dust, because they could easily get first blood on this Weaver, 500 HP with the Hex and the Shackle and the stun of the Sand King. It wouldn't really be... They easily have enough burst damage and disable to take him out.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel both teams are being... That's that one.
Oh my. That's the first blood that I've missed in a very long time. I sincerely apologize to all the viewers for that. It will never happen again. I solemnly swear. I blame my co-caster.
Sorry.
It's all good. I'm just joking. So counter ward happening now at the bottom lane. This ward at the top is still up, and it just means that when we look at the levels, we see Phantom Lancer only level 3 compared to the Gyrocroft, rather the Alchemist, who's now also level 3. And that's at 4 minutes. It's not where you want to be.
No, not at all.
Both carries.
Like I said, because both camps got warded early on either side, on Dire and Radiant, so it's kind of cost the supports as well. I think the supports are level 3, and like I said, the Vicious is only level 2, and the Shadow Shaman is also level. Yeah, so it's the equal levels on both sides, 2, 3, and 3, and then 2 through 3 as well.
Is under attack.
Looks like sentries are coming out for the top lane now, so we will be seeing a slightly bit more aggression coming out from this lane here. But I still feel like tomorrow, rather DVG are getting a bit more out of this than they really should. And are we gonna? Nope, no Nova. Just he's too slow to do anything really. But like Weaver. Who would you rather want on your team? A Weaver on the offlane or a Magnus on the offlane? Obviously, you would take the Weaver because Weaver just is so great and he's just impossible to kill as he gets items. And it does look like he's gonna go for the oh my goodness, I forgot the item name again.
Lincoln Sphere.
There we go. I'll always forget it. Like I always know what it looks like, but just forget it. But as soon as he gets that Lincoln Sphere, he's gonna get quite tanky. Even though a lot can cancel out his Lincoln Sphere, like nearly everything as well. Now we're going to be seeing a rather counter engaging here. Death is going to try to find someone, but he's just getting shut down so easily. Now he finally has Nova. Nova's going to be going down fairly quickly. Tomorrowland's the one who's going to be able to pick this one up, but now Deathy's in a bit of trouble. There is Slinks trying to chase him, but that Tar just doing too much, and it's a triple kill for Tomorrowland. Actually, Sand King going down as well. And that is terrible. Yep. Now 4-0 to the side of DVG.
Well, a note on that: there's no ward on the Dire side to see the rune pickup. The rune pickup was here. It was invis, so he's getting the rune again. And also another mistake that they made at the top was they put the ward inside the camp, so which means they couldn't see this ward outside, and now it's blocked the camp as well. So now they're gonna have to wait another 2 minutes before they can start pulling and stacking.
Yeah, it's definitely.
So that's gonna cost them as well.
That's definitely not fun. This ward is a very big mistake. Because that ward was anyway about to run out, like, oh man, that's really bad. But the thing is that your 4 protect 1, well not really 4 protect 1, but your Phantom Assassin, the big man that the other team should be fearing, is not getting any farm. He's level 4 with 200 gold in the bank and nothing in the courier. So he has a ring of HP and nothing else. Rather, yeah, ring of health, there we go.
And on that note as well, the Weaver just got a triple kill top, and that's the off lane. That's going to give him much needed gold. I'm pretty sure he can get Perseverance right now, which will give him so much sustain in the lane. He won't really need to do much more. He can just keep Perseverance, and he can keep going through.
Merciless casually walks past and is just going to sandstorm Tomorrowland out of the lane. Sorry for the interruption there. You can continue
no problem,
what you were saying.
Well, I'm just saying he picked up the Perseverance, the Weaver, so now he can just stay in lane pretty much and farm, and they won't really be able to kill him for a while, especially with the ulti and everything.
Yeah, I'd have preferred to see him finishing up his stats first. And by that, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm a bit rusty on these recipes as I haven't really casted in about 3 weeks. But I believe, there we go, his ultimate orb. I would have preferred to see him go for his ultimate orb. Just to wait that out a little bit, because I feel like ultimate orb, you just get so much more out of it than a Perseverance. Perseverance, obviously, I believe it's Knoxville or Congo will really stab you to death if they see you pick up a casual Perseverance, because casual Perseverances on agility or strength heroes do nothing compared to just a ring of health, because you don't get a lot out of that extra mana. So maybe ultimate orb, it's not a big deal, like he's gonna get there either way. He's 3-0 and it doesn't look like they have any potential to get him killed. So it looks very bad for GFK. But they still have the Magnus Phantom Assassin possibility for farm. I don't know if it will happen, but yeah, it might. I'm actually really not sure how this is gonna go down. At the moment, I would really give my, if I was betting rares, I would give it to DVG right now. All 4 of them. Now Dety's actually going to get engaged upon. He goes to fire mode. Now Lasu's on the Slinks. Merciless now getting burnt in his sandstorm. and a lot of damage getting spread out. Merciless now forced to run away in that sandstorm. Nova actually taking a lot of damage, and Slink's now going to be dying right underneath this tower. There's just nothing that they can do here, and huge misplay there from Nova, really walking in the flames, through the fire and the flames, and now Merciless also going to be going down here in just a couple of seconds, and this is just outplayed 6-0, the perfect game coming out from this top lane.
Yep, Weaver's just dominating the lane because, like I said earlier, with the Shadow Shaman, his base HP is really terrible and he has no escape, so he's not really going to give. And he's also got only one reliable disable because the other one he has to stand still and can easily be taken off by like a flame break or a stun or anything like that. So he's not really giving much to the lane right now. So no, I mean the Weaver top. I know you're speaking about the ultimate orb. I just think that the perseverance in this case gives him enough sustain in the lane so he can stay and he'll never need to base.
Hold up, Tomorrowland is actually going to get shackled up, and is there enough? Nope. And he's just going to relapse out of that. Time lapse, not relapse. Well, he relapsed the damage. He didn't relapse the damage. Yeah. Whatever, you guys know what I meant. So things not looking too well. We are going to take a look at the XP graph now. It's well over 4, well not well over 4,000, but it's at 4,000 now, which is a fairly decent lead. And it's about, I'd say, 6,000 gold advantage right now for DVG. So really not looking good at the 10-minute mark for JFK. And I cannot imagine this is going to get better as the Shadow Blade has been completed on the Alchemist compared to the Phantom Assassin, who is still just sitting on a ring of health and 300 gold.
And Deathy's picked up a Blink Dagger middle, so now they're gonna have that in that initiation.
Very big.
Yeah, it's looking, not really looking good for GFK right now.
And Garakopter finishing up his Magic Wand is a very debatable decision. Magic Wand doesn't really give you much. I would have preferred to just see him stick with his Magic Stick, I believe it's called. And top lane there's another engagement, so we're just gonna be well. Chalice is running around with his Shadow Walk. Rather, Shadow Blade Walk.
Shadow Blade.
Shadow Walk. It is called Shadow Walk.
They do have a ward, yeah, so they are seeing it at the moment. There's a ward there, so they can see it.
There is the engagement. Merciless now going to be taken down. The stun flies. The stun doesn't really matter. Now they're going to be focusing their attention on Nova. Nova dropping down very low. Alchemist is going to try to get down in the fight, but now GBZ is in the fight now. He's going to drop an ulti. There's a monster kill on the Weaver. Weaver flies to the east, away from the front, back around the tower. The missile flies. Missile's not going to do much. Klinks is now find himself in a slightly unfavorable position. He doesn't have any backup now. GBZ falling very low again. Only that one level in Rocket Barrage. Where's that big RP? Not enough mana. He throws out the shockwave to really displace it. And now the Weaver also going to be picking up another kill. That's godlike in 12 minutes. And Weaver nearly dropping. Weaver might drop here. No, Shikuchi's that damage right out of it. Magnus not being able to finish up the skill. Chalice is still alive. All the heroes that were involved in that fight are alive from the side of DVG.
Yep.
That
was a good engagement from DVG. Like, yeah, the blink on the bat. Like they could see them over here. But I don't think that they looked at the items because they have their ward there. They could see the DVG guys waiting here. But I don't think they checked the Batrider's items because he could easily just jump in. So if they saw the Blink Dagger, they all should have been chilling maybe round about there because then the Blink probably wouldn't have reached them. Yeah, so if they were chilling a little bit further away, they wouldn't have been engaged on there. So I don't think they checked the item slots.
Bit of a mistake.
Radiant's middle
quite a
tower
large
is under
mistake,
attack.
but we'll see how much it really affects the game. But I mean, all in all, I mean, my goodness, this is not looking good for GFK. I hate saying this, but it doesn't look like they really can come back from this. Obviously, I mean, you have to remember the Quantic EG game where Quantic were about 16-2 ahead, and then they just absolutely threw the game before 20 minutes and they lost it. So you always have to keep in mind that a game's not really over until the team leaves. But I mean, at this point, with only one level in Rocket Barrage, which I completely disagree with, and there's another ownage top lane with Batrider, that was Shadow Shaman just way out there, man. You cannot be on this side, especially with this ward up here. There's no excuse to get caught out. And there's an Alchemist who's going Shadow Blade. He won't be able to catch anyone though. Tomorrowland is going to just get invis and wait for Merciless to come out there, and he's not going to chase this time around. And then Slicks walks into about 3 heroes along with his friend GBZ. So Tomorrowland's just going to be clocking around now. Deathy's going to get into the fight. They are going to be able to pick off Slicks. Slicks does only have 1 level in Blur, so he's not getting anything out of this. The stun should be flying fairly soon. The stun flies, does full damage nearly. Merciless dropping very low now. Blackhand is going to be used. The Rocket Barrage is unable to get a kill, and Tomorrowland's just finishing people off from all sides here. That's just so much damage coming out from these 2 hits. And Nova now is going to be the one who's going to get focused on, and JBZ is just finds himself in the middle of so many people that it's absolutely crazy. Chalice will be able to get up a kill and then finish himself off by the creep. Now Tacey looking to do something again, doesn't have enough mana for his RP. He's going to skewer around, unable to finish this one off. Tomorrowland's looking to get involved again. This man just does not die. He just Sakuchi's around, and he's okay with that. One shockwave can finish him off, but that shockwave's not going to fly.
Well, just a note on Magnus's items. I'm looking here now. He went Urn of Shadows. I'm not sure he needed to go Urn of Shadows. I'm not sure what his thinking was there. Magnus is a bit of one of those heroes that struggles for mana. So as you can see, if he charges in and also shockwaves, there's not enough mana really left for reverse polarity. So it doesn't really give him much in team fights to Urn of Shadows. I'm not really sure what he was thinking with that pickup down there.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. But I have to hold on to my thoughts. His Chalice is about to pick up a solo kill on Slinks. He misses his first couple of attacks. Slinks has to get out of here with skill and is unable to do so. Another kill going the way of an Alchemist who really doesn't need the farm at the moment. Sitting on 7k net worth. This is just getting completely out of hand.
That's just getting out of hand. And
a blink onto the Nova just getting picked off now. I don't think the stun is actually needed. It's going to get the last hit, and this top lane just feeding so hard. Supports didn't get anything out of it, and they just started feeding. And most importantly, the Phantom Lancer didn't get anything out of it. So this team really has to work on their game plan really in the tri lane.
Yeah, definitely. They should, for me, if they should have been way more aggressive early. They could have killed they easily could have killed the Weaver and just harassed him out the lane, because they could have with the heroes that they had. They easily could have harassed him out the lane. And also that a note you made earlier, the Gyro has only got level 1 Rocket Barrage. Now I said in the beginning that Rocket Barrage will be good against the Batrider, because Batrider is known early to dive onto tower once he's got enough stacks on the sticky napalm. So I'm not really sure why he's maxed homing missile here. I don't see the relevance or the need to max homing missile here. I think he should have rather maxed rocket barrage and maybe got 1 level of homing missile. I don't think he needed more.
And top lane beyond godlike for Tomorrowland. Now he's actually going to get grouped up. There is no follow-up stun. There actually is. Are they going to be able to fetch him? No, he doesn't. And Deathy. That's just 2 heroes popping way too quickly. Lincoln's completed.
Yep.
Blink complete. They have all the items that they need. They can. I truly believe it's just a note on
this is game over.
Yeah, just a note on the Skycopter build. There's never any reason to go to max homing missile first. And I'm talking about I can literally not theorycraft one possible scenario where you need your homing missile maxed out. Always go max rocket barrage, 1 point in homing missile, and max flat cannon, and then put points into cooldown. And you can even skip out on homing missile until level 25 and just put some needed points into your stats.
Stats. Homing missile is actually one of his weakest abilities. You don't even really need to go at 1 level. It just gives you a little bit of a stun if you need it. Doesn't really need it though. But yeah, you're right. One. That's the common build to go, and there's
JVZ's
sort of a reason why that's the common build. Yeah,
Tomorrowland has Lincolns and 2k gold at 17 minutes.
He's going into now. Good.
Yeah, good call. But Alchemist has BKB and Shadowblade at 18 minutes, and they're engaging middle again. The bloodshed's not going to end anytime soon. There goes the stun and essentially takes Merciless completely down. Those bugs should be enough to kill him. Now there's a beautiful two-man split. Magnus just trying to get out of there. There's the holy shit call coming out from the caster from Dota. And dominating. Just call the GG. This is... I mean, I don't know.
Definitely game over.
I saw Durex was having a sale today at the garage. They were selling 2 packs of condoms for 1. And I think DBG overdid it a bit here. I think they got a bit too excited.
Just a note on the heroes. Like there's the GG call.
Fantastic.
On the heroes that they chose. Yeah, I'm not really sure about the bans that came out of GFK. I don't know if they had a solid game plan and decided we're gonna do this. I think Nature's Prophet was still in the pool. I think they should have not gone Magnus, maybe gone Nature's Prophet, because they've gone they went Shadow Shaman, so they had push. So if they were gonna go to the push strat, then they should have completely gone the push strat, or they should have done something. I just don't think they had a solid strategy to go by.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, and I definitely feel like GFK were unsure about what they wanted to accomplish this game, and I feel like they really need work on their skills, not only as a team, but also just as individual players. And I don't often
Individual
say
skill.
that.
No, I agree.
Yeah. But
I agree.
every team has potential, and I'm sure that potential will be reached eventually. But for now, I believe that's good enough for us. There won't be a game 2, but well, as
Alright, cool.
discussed in the pre-lobby chat. But it was great fun chatting, well, rather casting with you, Silent, and I will definitely
really
call
enjoyed
you
it as
up
well.
if I need you another time.
Hopefully we can cast again.
Yeah, man, definitely on my shortlist. But for now, I'm
Okay,
gonna
well,
go
just-
do some editing and get some videos up onto YouTube. Follow me on
Okay,
Twitter.
well, yeah, just a shout out to my two friends, T-Bone and Ferrari. They were watching the game and listening to me cast. I hope I did a good job. About the cast, a shout out to just had to do it.
All good, all good. Shout out to Halbert if he dares watch this. But yeah, cool. Love you guys, and follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Apart from that, I love you guys.